Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, goodness. And you're going to hear my cat eating and running around. So that is what that sound is in the back there. She waits till the perfect moment to crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, so most of the tea leaves are in these couple of formations over here. And I'm going to go ahead and actually bring up the card. We are back into the Thoth deck, back to familiar territory. This is the 9 of Discs, which is related to gain. This is the Pentacles, Discs, the Earth energy. So this is likely related to material gain or gain within kind of the physical world. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of see what this has to do with these tea leaves. Now, the first thing I'm seeing is this large person with the feet, and they're kind of pointed this way. And over here, it's kind of coming head to head with what looks like a sphinx to me. And this would be more of the maybe Assyrian or Greek kind of concept of the Sphinx, or maybe the more of that style of Sphinx. Okay, so less the laying lion, as we kind of all know from the Egyptian envisionment. And this is kind of more well, I guess it's a lion as well, but it's a little more spry, a little bit kind of on its feet, a little more slender. And so I want to look at kind of what does this mean. We have a person who is face to face with the Sphinx, and this is really, in my estimation, kind of coming up against those great mysteries, right? That kind of the gatekeeper or protector of sacred and divine knowledge. Usually knowledge that only can be obtained through experience, you know, maybe reading, study, research, but oftentimes has to be put into action to kind of really unlock a deeper understanding, and go so far as to make this kind of a wisdom versus just a knowledge that we carry around in a little pouch around our waist, right? So with the person, I'm kind of with the person, and kind of related to the 9 of Discs, I kind of think of this idea of when the secrets of the garden begin to reveal themselves to us. Okay, so this image, this kind of theme, motif of a secret garden. A garden that maybe is hidden by walls. Maybe a garden that is down in an unseen grove, kind of out of the way. Maybe a garden that is in a landscape that seems kind of very much out of place. I think about the image of somebody walking barefoot kind of down a dusty old road, and maybe they're surrounded by fields, but the fields are they're barren. They've maybe been overworked. The soil has lost its fertility due to overuse, maybe mismanagement and the crop cycles. And as you're kind of walking through this landscape, it's fairly desolate, but it's even more poignant because you know what it could be. But because of an intention that was mismanaged, as I said, overused, too much taken, it's now left to waste, at least for now, right? And as you kind of go down this road, you come upon a yard. And in this yard, there's a house, but it's a very moderate house, a humble abode, right? And it doesn't look like there's anybody there. And as you enter the yard, you see kind of behind the house, there's this garden, a sprawling garden, an overgrown and abundant garden. And you kind of make your way around, and there the gate is open for you. Okay, so do you enter this garden? Do you walk through that gateway? And if you do, what will you find in that garden? And that's up to you, really. What do you see? What do you see for yourself? What is there to gain for you? What would you like to obtain? And so I think that this, this is very much about taking on the task of the self-work. Okay. Coming face to face with this thing, this Sphinx, that is keeping the gate, not keeping you out, right? This is a symbol of mystery. Maybe mystery in the world, maybe some occult mystery, esoteric mystery. But I think in this case, and really just the tone of these readings usually, this is about the mystery of self. This is coming to these places in your interior landscape where it could be a blockage, right? Or it could be a gatekeeper. It could be the beginning of a process. Whatever it is, it's a startling, abrupt, and very kind of intimidating figure that shows itself, reveals itself to you. And so you have to kind of navigate through those riddles, those allegories of self, go through those ordeals that accompany this riddle, this little self mythology. And so that you can start to begin to figure out, what am I working on? How do I begin to understand this thing? Because it's probably manifesting in your waking life in some way. And that could be through emotions, behaviors, the way that we cope with things, our reactions, the dynamics that we create in our own life, the people we choose to share our life with, the things that we put up with, where we lack boundaries with ourselves, with other people. You know, just having maybe no focus or not enough focus. Might be a little bit adrift, lost. Okay. I mean, it manifests as a lot of different things. Maybe takes on a lot of those things and kind of morphs around. And that's okay. But when we are presented with these things in our life, in our interior life, they might visit you in dreams, in your vision work. They might be symbols and patterns that are emerging in your consciousness, things that you're seeing in the world, things that you're hearing. You might be watching this and thinking, wow, I've seen the Sphinx 3 times this week. What is going on with that? Having, bouts of synchronicity and so on. So I think that, something that might be interesting to try in this time as this kind of mystery emerges, maybe, and this has to do with the 9 of Discs as well, and this is kind of the concept of gain through organization in your life. So tasking yourself with some kind of reorganization or organization of something. Okay, is it your home? Getting organized in your workspace? Maybe you have a business and you need to do some organizing within, just the administrative stuff or whatever it is. Having, new creative concepts or whatever, but getting organized in some way. And through this organization, finding new alignments so that you can gain, right? find some kind of monetary gain, probably, hopefully. I also think that I have two things that I'm thinking. Maybe organizing a sacred space within your living area so that there's some kind of intentional place for you to be doing some kind of contemplation, ritual, ceremony. If you already have something like a personal temple, altar, whatever, maybe reorganizing it in alignment with this new work. Having to do with business or your career, your job life, it seems like maybe you might have the opportunity to organize some kind of event, or maybe kind of write up some kind of idea for, you know, like an event for the company you work for, the business you work for. Maybe something for social media or to get more customers in, something. But I think that if you take this on, even if it's just kind of planning it, not actually having the event, but planning it and then bringing it to whoever, you know, whoever is above you, management or whatever, I think that taking the initiative will be helpful for you, and I think honestly might align you in such a way for an opportunity for you to maybe get a raise, maybe do some networking, maybe find that you really enjoy organizing events. Maybe this will be something that you can kind of explore for your own kind of side business, or something that you can take on within your own work that you have now, and you know, get some more money for doing it. But because we have that 9 of discs, I think that that would be something that might be really interesting for you to think about. I really also am interested in this idea of you building some kind of temple or sacred space. Maybe not in your home, but it could be also outside. We talked about gardens, maybe in an outdoor area. If you have a yard or, you know, some kind of space around you, even if it is not your own yard, it could be in a park or something. Just creating somewhere to go for you to maybe sit and think, sit and contemplate, maybe do postures, mantras, mantra meditation, something, breathing, whatever it is, whatever that looks like for you. Let's see if we can kind of turn this and see. We have a big E. So if there's an E person in your life, it seems like they are on your mind. They're kind of in the physical area, and they're also in this emotional, psychic area. So it seems like maybe somebody who is actively in your life. If you haven't talked to them recently, I think that this would be a good time to check in with them. So somebody with an E name. And then this is such a, I'm trying to see this as something else, but I'm seeing this as a large tick, which I don't like. I don't want to see that. What? So wherever you live, if you have ticks that are out and about, it's getting to be that time of year in the northern hemisphere, at least in the North America. I know for sure. I don't know anywhere else if you have ticks or not, but this one seems really big. And I honestly have never thought of the symbolism with a tick besides maybe somebody covertly coming into your life and kind of draining resources or draining kind of like your vital energies. Of course, that because they get in your skin and they drink blood. But yeah, it kind of almost seems like there's kind of a hanger on. And that's really, I have to just say, this is bringing up for me. I am really into like plant identification as kind of a hobby, especially during like the nicer months, and bug identification. And so I'm in these different, it's making me itchy thinking about it, in these different identification kind of communities and forums like on Reddit and stuff. And it's always, not always, but a lot of times it's ticks and bed bugs. And I can't even look at them without like, without having like a mini anxiety attack. And I don't know why I, you know, continue to look, but I do. And they're always the same kind of posts where people are like, is this what I think it is? And it's like, oh no. So anyways, but yeah, I think something, some kind of situation where I just feel like there's just, you already know who it is, I think. I mean, that's just kind of a really low vibrating energy somebody has. So, it's my instinct to pull and throw, right? Just pull it off, throw it, get them out of, get them out of your life. It doesn't seem like it's going to end well. There's not, and it won't end. It'll just be continual feeding. So watch out for that. Let's see. And we also have an 8. Okay. So, an 8, that's one of my lucky numbers. So happy days there. That's better news. Look out for an 8. We had, we had an E, and now we have an 8. Now we're playing bingo, E8. Okay. Let's take a look at our saucer over here. Okay. So it seems like it seems like you have some time coming up with your family, like extended family maybe. It seems like you might be kind of around your extended family. And I have a feeling that it's almost something challenging is going to kind of show itself. Maybe something that you haven't been aware of. I don't know, maybe a health issue, financial issue with somebody that you care about. And I think that this might come up during this visit. I think that, this could be emotional. But I think it feels like maybe it's going to be minimized by this person in the family, or the family in general is kind of, trying to be delicate with it. So, I feel like it's just in your nature. You just want to talk about things plainly. And so I guess my thinking here is just try to be soft with this person, careful, And I think it's going to be a real sore subject, emotional subject. So just maybe go into the situation being prepared to try to temper yourself with your questions and directness, and try to get the information, but you know, be respectful of their state of mind and how they're feeling, because I don't think this is going to be an easy one for them. If it's very serious or not that serious, I don't think it really matters. I think they're really kind of having a hard time with whatever is going on. So that might be something to keep in mind here. Coming up. And I think that's really our reading tonight, Taurus. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm always so honored to be able to bring these messages to you. It just really is a privilege for me. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps me get into the algorithm, and that helps me grow the channel and helps us grow the channel, I should say. It's becoming quite a community, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next video comes out. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I love hearing from all of you, and so many of your messages are so sweet and thoughtful, and I love reading them. Okay, Taurus, I thank you. We will talk again very soon.